This deadlift belt from Strength Shop USA is no joke. Watch me sumo deadlift 520 pounds with it. This belt is not only strong and durable, but it's also super cheap. I've been using it for almost 3 years now, and it's still going strong. A good deadlift belt will be less bulky and invasive than traditional leather belts. This makes it easier to lean over and take a big breath in before you lift without having the belt dig uncomfortably into your sides. You're going to notice right away this belt is much more bendy and flexible than its thicker counterparts. And this matters a lot while wearing it. It makes deadlifting much more comfortable. But it's also fairly thick and sturdy, and it's a standard 4 inches wide all the way around. Just feed the strap through the metal ring, pull to your desired tightness, and secure it with the Velcro. Now, for conventional deadlifts, I recommend putting it a little higher than you would for squats, with the bottom of the belt being around the top of your belly button. However, if you're going sumo, you might want to go a little lower and more traditional. Okay, so what do I like about this belt? The biggest advantage of this belt by far is just how comfortable it is, especially when lifting heavy weights. Like I just showed you, it's super flexible, and this means that it never really digs into your side the way those stiffer, thicker belts do. And that matters a lot while pulling really hard and having your stomach press against the belt. Now, this also makes it really good for lighter, higher rep exercises where you want to get some back support. So something like dumbbell rows or military presses or something like that. Now, on the other hand, this belt is also super strong and thick. So you can use it for squats and heavy deadlifts, and it works perfectly for those. Now, this belt is extremely durable. I've been using it for 3 years. I use it probably once or twice a week, and it shows barely any signs of wear and tear, and functionally it works perfectly. Another nice thing is just how easy it is to use. It's really simple and quick, and there's no wad clamps or prongs or anything to mess around with and slow your workout and get you out of your groove. This is super quick and simple. Maybe the best benefit though is how cheap it is. Now, I haven't seen this belt ever go above $25. That doesn't mean that it can't or it won't at some point, but I've never seen it. It's extremely cost effective. What don't I like about this belt? Now, the biggest problem I have with this belt is that despite being very flexible and durable, it is a little bit on the thick side. So you're going to notice this when you're doing exercises like barbell rows. It will slightly minimize the range of motion at the end of the lift, okay? So honestly, functionally, that's probably the worst thing about this belt. It's not like you can't do rows, but it just makes it feel a little weird when you're rowing it and hitting the belt, and it's just stops a little bit short of full range of motion. Also, because it's not as stiff as traditional belts, you might actually feel less supported. And a lot of wearing a belt is about giving you that psychological edge when lifting heavy. So if it makes you feel less supported, then that can actually affect your lifting. So personally, I tend not to use these for super heavy back squats because I just don't feel quite as supported as I would with a normal, stiffer belt. And there is some light fraying of the Velcro. It still works perfectly fine. Now, if you do want a stiffer and thinner deadlift belt, then the 2-pood belt here is an excellent choice. You can see here that the 2-pood is a bit thinner, but also stiffer. Now, I prefer this belt for squats and barbell rows, whereas I use the Strength Shop deadlift belt exclusively for deadlifts. So who do I recommend this belt for? It's perfect for beginners because of how easy it is to use and how versatile it is. But it's particularly good for people who are looking for a comfortable, more flexible, and less invasive belt than the traditional bulky belts that dig into your sides. It's also good for people who just want a simpler, easy to use belt. If you've been struggling with double prong belts for years, this belt is going to be like a godsend to you. It's also great for people on a budget. If you can't afford one of these $50 to $100 belts, this belt will do the trick. And it also works for powerlifters looking for a deadlift only belt. Now, go click the link in the description to check this belt out for yourself. And if you purchase this belt through my link, I do make a small commission off the sale, but it comes at no extra cost to you, and it helps keep this channel running so I can keep delivering high quality, honest, and helpful video reviews for you guys. If this video is helpful to you, hit that like button and subscribe for more gym equipment reviews and strength training tips. If you guys want to see the video review I did on that 2-pood lifting belt, then watch this video.